Assalamu alaikum. Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan, Honorable Vice President of Turkey, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Pakistan, respected ministers from both countries, businessmen, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. For taking advantage of today's business conference, I would like to share with you three aspects of investments into Pakistan. First, I'll briefly talk about the economic strategy of the country. Second, the investment framework, which provides protections to the investors. And third, I'll talk about the privatization, public-private partnership, and special economic zones, for which we have created a special model for the Turkish investors on the instructions of our Honorable Prime Minister. Pakistan is re-emerging. Why is it re-emerging? Because we started emerging in 1990s. The journey continued for almost 15 years, and then the growth slowed down. MashaAllah, in the last few years, the country has achieved stabilization, and now we are ready to re-emerge. The fundamentals are strong, and the reforms are happening, which I'll share with you. We have achieved current account surplus after seeing deficits over the last many years, which was constantly reducing. The exchange rate has been stable for the last 18 months, around 280 to 83 rupees to a dollar. Inflation has been tamed. We are seeing around 6 to 7% inflation, single digit. GDP, it's a very important figure which I wanted to share with you. Today we are at around $1,800 per capita income. Compared to Turkey's $19,000 per capita, we are less than 10%. So this one number can give you an idea of the potential for growth in the country, and that growth will be led by investments and businesses which will be taking this GDP north. The credit rating has improved substantially. Forex reserves are among the highest in the last 3 years. Our remittances, and that's a very important number from the perspective of Turkey's investors, because remittances play a very important role in our balance of payment stabilization. Pakistan exports around 1 million people every year abroad, and which increases around $3.5 to $4 billion to our remittances. So that's a very important stabilization figure for us. Interest rate has been around 11.5 to 12%. We've achieved a stabilization under the IMF macroeconomic program. Fiscal management has achieved primary surplus, and the economic resilience is there. The decision is, going forward, the economy and the growth will be led by the private sector. And that's what I want to touch upon next. How do we move towards a private sector-led growth? How do we achieve a market-based economy? And this is something in which a lot of thought process has gone, and there are three important parts of this philosophy. First, we have identified the challenges that we have to take care of. There are 6 big challenges that we are working on. We are increasing our tax net. This year's budget has reduced the taxes in Pakistan, and inshallah this trend will continue. So we are broadening our tax base. We are digitizing the economy, on which our Honorable Minister for IT will touch upon. We are promoting new industries, part of the job why we are here. We are reforming the energy sector. Our Honorable Minister for Power and Petroleum will touch upon that. We have moved from the policy of import substitution, which was followed in the past, to a policy of export promotion, and for that, we are offering special economic zones, which I'll talk about in a bit, and we are strengthening the regulators. We realize that these 6 challenges are there. The job is not done, but we are working on this, and the progress is very encouraging.